Hey guys, this is iGlowEasy here, and it's like 3 AM. So yeah, I was busy testing the build for you guys the whole day, and I finally came up with a build, and it's gonna be So I'm just gonna show you guys the build very quickly. I'm just gonna highlight changes from the level 60 build to level 70 build, so that I don't spend too much time because there's some things I want to bring up regarding the build. So yep, let's get to it. Alright, so beginning part, you have everything looks very standard, same thing, except you have Mind Conquer drop to 1. The reason why is because I realized I did some testing and I realized that Mind Conquer level 1, yes, is a bit more difficult because you can't use shield as much, but for me, I don't use shield at all, even in DDN and DDN hardcore. So I mean, except for the fast ones, then I just bring it up so that I can just DPS freely without having to worry too much about dying. Alright, so Glacial Spike level 21. The reason why I didn't max it is because 3%, like I said, not a lot. Same as the previous one, yeah. The previous skill build in level 60, 3% really isn't a lot, but you know, it's there. It's just there. 21. The current percent is like 26. 26 is really a lot already. So yep, I hope you guys understand this part. So this part is actually quite straightforward. Evasions, everything, yeah. Okay, so this is the controversial part where a lot of people are gonna start. Oh no, look at that build, it looks so funny. Okay, I'm just gonna start the ice tree very quickly. Freezing field. Freezing field, why is it level 1? The reason why is because cooldown is too long, not really reliable debuff. And people say, oh no, then that's why you have Frostwind. But yeah, look at Frostwind. Frostwind is 7 seconds at much. I prefer to use Frostwind so much more compared to Freezing field. Freezing field, I mean, is good. It has 6 seconds debuff now, even at level 1. At level 16 or level 12, yeah. I know this build by Saurus, and I did refer to his build, and he said, oh, you know, there's icing mass and all that. So yeah, freezing field is good, definitely. Like I said, it did help to boost the damage of frozen spikes last time, but I mean, if you're gonna put, like, let's say frozen spikes to level 16 or level 11, you're gonna have to have freezing field at like level 12 or level 17, basically one up from your frozen spike, so that it doesn't, you know, you can use together. And honestly, the SP investment is not really not worth it. So I was like, okay, just forget it. So then, frozen spikes, is it still a viable DPS skill? Yes, it's definitely still a viable DPS skill. And along this video, I'm just gonna put screenshots of these skills in action, and you can actually see that this skill actually can do about 800k per hit. So I mean, assuming a full hit and assuming after reduction and all that, yeah, after the 6 initial, I think 2 hits, I think, yeah, 2 hits. So after the initial 2 hits, it cuts and all that. But even then, the initial hit is about 800k in solo. So I mean, that alone, the damage is crazy, right? 800k in solo. Yeah. So then the question is gonna come, oh, if freezing field is dropped, then doesn't that mean that it's a bit more difficult to stack ice? No. The answer is no. You just need to know how to sequence your ice properly. So basically, now you can't use freezing field, and then like frozen spikes or anything. Alright, so okay, what you can do is still continue stacking ice. The only thing you need to take note of is that freezing field cannot touch. I mean, like the debuff itself, once the boss has been touched by freezing field, it cannot touch frozen spikes. That is the only thing that you need to take note of. Other than that, really nothing much you need to take note of. Oh yeah, it cannot touch Frostwind as well. So, and of course cannot touch icy shards, which you should know like long time ago, right? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So freezing field, the reason why I dropped it to 1, not really reliable debuff skill, and the damage is just terrible. So I don't even need to talk about damage. I mean, if you try adding it yourself, you see how terrible it is for the level 25-second cooldown skill. And the debuff, like I said, not reliable. For people that are concerned about icing mass of Adept, basically, even as a level 12, with a level 12 or level 16, your debuff is like 10-12 seconds. You still give your Adept rather, like a 15-second window or so for them to cast icing mass, which only lasts about 3 to 4 seconds. So I mean, there's quite a big window there, right? Yeah, so yeah, whatever. Frostwind level 1, Flamespark level 1, standard stuff. The only thing you need to take note of in this build is that Frostwind will be your main debuffing skill from now on. Yeah, so the only thing that you shouldn't debuff is Frozen Spikes. So I'm just gonna show you one DPS cycle. After this, I'm gonna put a lot of videos at the end, so just refer to that. Alright? So after this, I'm gonna show you one DPS cycle. Fireball, people said, I said that before, that, oh, casting animation too long, can't spam, all that blah blah. But looking at it, like I said, the alternative is either that or Chilling Mist EX. And Chilling Mist EX has 40-second cooldown, damage is about the same, even after debuffs and all that. So frankly, Chilling Mist EX not worth adding at all. And Fireball does a lot more damage. In solo, my Fireball does about 3.3 mil, so yeah. And Phoenix Storm, I don't think I need to explain. Like I said, can refer to the old build. Crazy damage, 3 mil for solo for me. Glacial Wave, that 1 second difference between level 9, level 11, honestly, it's not a lot. So I mean, because especially once you go in DDN is going to be like 0.5 seconds extra for 2 skill points, and yeah, so basically it's not really worth it, right? 2 skill points, you get 1 second extra debuff, like, you know. Yeah, so basically just level 9 is good enough. Ignite, good damage. Is it really necessary to add it to 14? I had extra skill points, like I said. I prefer DPS skills should be maxed out to the max. Yeah, so that's the reason. Was one of the reasons why I actually put Ignite all the way out to 14. Is it really worth it? I don't really know, but like I said, when you amplify it, like I've actually done some testing. Actually, I do know. So I actually did some testing, and when you amplify it, you can actually see quite a big difference between level 11 and level 14 Ignite, but only when you amplify it, then you can see huge damage difference. If not, it's only, for me, it's only about 100k difference in solo, without ice stack and stuff. So yep. Yeah, so like I said, if you amplify it, you'll be able to see it. So that's the reason why I put it all the way to 14. If you don't like it at 14, you can always take it out, put it to shield. If you don't feel comfortable with level 1 shield, just put the shield. If not, put the Glacial Wave and maybe Flamespark, I don't know, but I think it's pretty good like this already. Flame Roll, I don't think I need to explain. The damage for Flame Roll is insane, and I think you guys will see. I've tested it out in the Desert Dragon the other day. Yeah, my Flame Roll in Desert Dragon does about, I can't remember, but I remember it went all the way up to about 1 mil plus per hit. I mean, even over, yeah, over the different, even after the reduction, it goes back to about 500k, 600k. I'm not too sure, but my friend said the debuffs weren't full, so I suspect it can hit close to 2 mil per hit. I haven't actually tested it yet, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll test it, and then maybe I'll show you guys the DDN video, short one, and we'll see how it goes. But in solo so far, the highest I've seen this skill hit would be about 15 mil. Yeah, in solo 15 mil plus minus. I'm not too sure the exact damage, but basically Flame Roll, crazy damage, but it's a bit longer to cast, so just be careful when you use it. Okay, so this last part, really tired, so I'm just gonna breeze through. Ice Barrier, like I said, good for survivability. For me, it gives about 60k extra HP. Might as well take it, and it gives you ice stacking capabilities. Yeah, Ice Sphere, really underrated skill in solo. Mine does about 120k per hit. Assuming full hit, which is actually 52, but for the sake of calculations, just say it's 50. Yeah, so total about 6 mil in solo, so pretty big damage, right? EX skills, I explained it before, so I don't think I need to go through it. Chilling Mastery, free 10% extra ice attack, why not? So just take it. Chilling Mist, EX, I don't have Chilling Mist, so no point, right? So yeah, this is pretty much my build. Just something to take note, like I said, Frozen Spike should never touch Freezing Field after the debuff is applied. And so how do you stack ice? You have quite a lot of skills you can use. So after Freezing Field, you can use either Glacial Spike, Glacial Wave, or Ice Sphere. If you're going for big bursts, I would recommend using Freezing Field. Freezing Field with Ice Sphere, and then followed by Flame Road. And then once you get down, you stack you reapply your ice, and then use this. So basically, if you're looking for huge bursts, and you're in, like, for example, DDN or something, and the aggro is not you, so basically you can full out damage. What I recommend, because I've tested this build and I've done a lot of different testing. Yeah, so this is basically the DPS cycle that I recommend if you're going for a huge burst, assuming that, you know, the aggro is not you, you can just keep attacking and all that. So Frostwind, apply back, Glacial Wave, Fireball. So is this good enough? Yeah, and then from here, I don't know, if the ice is gone, then just reapply using Glacial Spike, and then use this, and then use Frozen Spikes to just fill DPS. You can actually insert Frozen Spikes somewhere in between while you apply a Glacial Spike. So it really depends as and when you get the boss in a good position and stuff like that. So that's a total DPS cycle. You can always switch Ignite with Frozen Spikes instead of Ignite. So yeah, it really depends on you. But this is the recommended DPS cycle using this build to maximize the potential of the build. And the damage is really quite heavy already, so yeah, so from here, Glacial Spike, and then like something like Frozen Spikes. Then while this Frozen Spike's on, you can just Ignite or something like that. And meanwhile, you have Ice Barrier, so that once just nice, I've timed it. If you're good enough and you time it well, just nice, right? When you're about to ignite, or slightly before you're about to ignite, your Ice Barrier should break if you cast Ice Barrier right before this cycle. So it's really a lot of these calculations and stuff. So just be a bit more mindful of how you use your skills, because the order in which you use the skills really affects skills, the DPS of people like, not people, classes like Elestras, because there's so many layers to an Elestra. You actually need to understand how an Elestra works before you know, be able to manage DPS and support itself. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there for you guys to think about, and I hope you guys I hope this video helped you guys, yeah. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which is I honestly don't know. Probably it's gonna be a Chilling Mist video, video about Chilling Mist, or it's gonna be a video about another skill build. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll let you guys know. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video. See ya.